I mean, it's sort of fairly common knowledge that there was a certain amount of dispute within the band over the remastering, which was central to the Crassical Collection, despite the fact that, you know, I've been remastering Crass's work ever since we first did it. Largely because quality of the CD just improved incrementally. It's almost impossible to keep up with the quality of improvement in quality of sound. And the only way one could do that was by remastering fairly regularly. And anyway, when I heard the potential that new mastering programs were offering, I thought, I've got to have a bash at that. It was the same sound as I was hearing when I was in the recording studio, rather than what you get when everything's been through all the sort of compression and processing and ends up coming back as a product. You know, so I thought, wow, we've got it at last, you know, that sounds like the album that I wanted. So that's how the mastering started, and I was so excited by that potential. I had John Loder, who was set up out of Southern Studios. Actually, the first label that occurred there was Crass Records, which we set up together. He was just a part of Crass Records, and that lasted actually until well after Crass had stopped playing in about the early 90s. And after I had a bike crash about 30 years ago and almost was killed, I sort of thought, when I came round, I thought, if I had been killed, then all of that stuff becomes obscure. I think it's important to me at least to be able to say, that was my song. You know, I don't want anything for it, I just want to be able to say, it's mine, please. And someone at that time wanted, Pomona Publishers wanted to publish a book of all of Crass's songs, called Love Songs, and which I was very enthusiastic about, and I took it as the opportunity to put back our names with the songs. Well, that caused the first blistering row between members of the band and notably myself. You know, because I had violated holy scriptures, you know, that we don't claim ownership. I wanted my name, it was my song, I wanted it, you know, to go with my poetry, and that was important to me, you know, the stuff that I am, it's my body of work. And so that was the beginning of, you know, what eventually led to the same row manifesting through the Crassical Collection that I finished 6 or 7 years ago. Because there were relationship problems within the band. Of course there always are. If you've got boys and boys and boys and girls and girls and girls, and I mean, you get that particular thing popped up every so often. Beyond that, I really couldn't say I ever thought that was anything untoward. Occasionally someone might get pissed off because we weren't allowed to have dope around the house. You set up the programme and you live the programme, and if someone doesn't like it, then they should say so. And people became fearful of saying so because it threatened their comfort or whatever. So we could comfortably rolled along for all those years, and then bam, it all went nasty.
So how do you think it's going with One Little Indian?
Fantastic. Yeah. I'm very pleased with the whole outlook. Excited by the project. You know, I didn't greatly look forward to having to remaster the remasters. Some cases I didn't need to because I think they worked alright, but you know, I've sort of put to right some of the things that when I remastered the stuff 7 years of the Crass stuff, you know, 7 or 8 years ago, I made 1 or 2 sort of slips or mistakes or left stuff out. Well, I've been able to adjust that, which is really nice. You know, I'd really I apologise to those sorts of people who sort of seem to feel they need every single issue and reissue. They're the sort of geek collectors, you know, and I want to assure them that, you know, I haven't spent the last year remastering so that lots of money can be made from people like them who feel they had to go out and buy the latest thing. And I'd say to them, generally speaking, it's not that much different to what we did with Southern. To my ears, there's some improvement. You know, it's 40 years since I wrote a lot of the stuff. But it's Crass, and, you know, at the time it was very appropriate to me at the age I was, and, you know, and although essentially I agree with most of what it says, you know, it's not where I'm coming from now, but I think it still has a very real value. Because there's a sort of informed cockiness about our lyrics back then. He wasn't just saying fuck you, it was saying fuck you and here are the reasons. And the reasons are more important than the fuck you part of that. You know what I mean? But it was a little bit more than what it appeared to be. It was always nudging people towards, you know, looking to themselves, not looking to us. Although one of the reasons that Crass became a bit of a burden was that people were looking too strongly to us and not at all to themselves. And that wasn't what we were doing it for. We were asking the question. We weren't interested in giving the answer. So people gave the answers on our behalf, like calling us this, or being a narco-pacifist or something or other. We never called ourselves a narco-pacifist. In fact, we did everything in our power not to be called anything at all, and that's why we all dressed the same, and we do big personality stuff. I'd really like to go into a studio and totally re-record Penis Envy, because I think Penis Envy is very relevant today, with the sort of current gender. Penis Envy asks some pretty pertinent questions about one's own sexual role. We're absolutely nothing without each other. But if we're going to be with each other, then we've got to know the absolutely nothing. Otherwise we're just playing a pantomime. We're just playing with masks. And that's why I don't have many friends. I'm not interested in masks. I'm not interested in this set of bloody second-hand nonsense of the mind. Received information. Did you hear? Did you this? Did you that? No, I didn't. Because I'm not there. I'm not interested in that. It has nothing with that. And that's why all of those things is why it concerns me when I see people believing in things. Or getting into little groups who believe something together. It's shockingly dangerous. I feel that I am where I am. I am the place I am, wherever I am. I've learned that from being here.